Hello and welcome. My name is Nate, and this is my disclaimer. The following is a satirical presentation and should not be taken seriously. It is intended for immature adults only. Viewer and listener discretion is highly advised. Thank you.
That covers it.
Oh, when Monarchs joins us, his is so much crazier. My name is Nate. I am in my mid 40s at the moment, and my background is I grew up in a hill town in Western Massachusetts. I did grade school and then junior high school until 16, 15. Took my GED at 18. I want to say I might have been 17 still. Um, Went to work. My Worked, let's see, at a comic book museum, so that's actually like going to be big on my stuff. And then a lot of like grocery stores and gas stations and stuff like that. Worked on a ranch in Arizona for 5 years. I lived out there for I want to say 8 or 9 years. More than that, maybe it might have been 12. It's so like so many things happened in Arizona that it's just so much stuff there. Um, and then back to Massachusetts, where I ended up working at a go-kart track. And that was some of the best times of my life in Western Massachusetts, definitely then, I would say. And I have like backgrounds in uh, outdoorsing, mostly outdoorsing sports, not real sports. I think the closest to a real sport I can do is maybe ultimate frisbee, maybe soccer. I could play soccer probably. But don't ask me to play basketball or football. You'll be disappointed. And then I don't have much of like my dad was in the military, so I have some of that a little bit, and he's very old, so he was in Vietnam, and that's kind of my input. My mom was a hippie. Uh, I'm in. I'm on the East Coast now in Baltimore, and that's where I'm at, and it's that's where my opinions will come from. Sean, tell us a little bit about yourself, sir.
Oh, following the same track. Also grew up in Massachusetts, not in the hill towns though. City guy. Obviously Boston's my home. Born and raised. Everybody who knows me knows how much I love Boston. I like the city feel, but I like the small town kind of thing too as well. Kind of get a little blend of that in
You
Massachusetts.
do, yeah.
Um, much like much like you. I started off early. I actually joined the military at age 16. I actually graduated a year early. Actually joined the military on my 16th birthday. Which they don't even allow that anymore, which is kind of just a changing of how the times are.
I was gonna
Um,
ask you later
but
about that, like, because I remember I had friends. Anyway, go on. That did the same.
yeah, I wanted to get out. I was living in I was adopted, so I was living essentially in a group home at the time. So kind of was looking to get out and get on my own. It was the only way to get emancipated was to join the military at 16, so I did it. Um, Loved it. Obviously, first couple of years before obviously the Iraqi war, went to college, went to University of Georgia. Everybody knows I'm a huge Georgia guy. This guy went there. It's not, I don't just root for him. It's my alma mater. So, also fourth generation Bulldog. So great grandfather went there, grandfather, dad, everybody who's been involved. So it's been quite a ride. I've done a lot of business consulting, a lot of things. As a matter of fact, you brought up the Autobahn thing, which is where we met. I did a ton of different jobs in the consulting world and kind of a lot of just management operational jobs. And Autobahn came to me on a whim. I was kind of working on some stuff and it just kind of came out to me. I met with the guys and they kind of wanted me to take on, part of a ownership deal with part of the restaurants. There's supposed to be all these things that were supposed to happen. So anyways, it was a long journey. So that's where my innate story is. And, currently right now, after the buyout of Autobahn, just taking some time off to really just kind of reset my gears, kind of enjoy some things I haven't got an opportunity to enjoy the last few years. Still helping people out, business plans, and I'm still doing some stuff on the side to help, really just to help people out. I've actually been doing all my work pro bono right now, just kind of helping people get themselves situated business wise. My background is heavily in psychology. You know, um, Ended up going to school for psychology. It's something that I've really built on. So kind of my specialization is really the psychology world, things of that nature. I do have a PsyD degree, PhD for those people who can't differentiate the difference between a PsyD and a PhD. It's, one's a psychology degree, one's a philosophical, doctorate degree. So same thing. It's essentially the same designation. but um, that's my big area of expertise. I mean, I'm a little bit of expertise in a lot of little other areas, but that's my main focused area, business and psychology. So,
I would also say, just knowing you, that that was probably one of the things for me that made you the incredible boss for me that you were, like, because like you know how to talk to people, you know how to engage, you know how to disengage. That's also very important. And that's just, yeah, I think that was probably one of the things that put you in this, realm of respect that I don't have for very many people. And when you say something, I'm going to listen to you before I listen to anybody else that well, no, yeah, I don't even think I'd listen to my dad before I'd listen to you about most things. It would depend on, a mechanical thing I'd probably listen to him on, but like if you were like, uh we got to go raid this hot dog stand, like we're going to give this guy all this money and this is how we're going to do it or something to get all these I don't like seriously as random as I can think of. Like I would go with your plan before I'd probably go with his. um
well, I
anyway.
promise to never walk us too deep into the fire. If that's the case, but I appreciate it.
All right. Well, so to start us off, I did put these two little tabs in here in Discord for subject matter. So I think I'll just go
Oh,
down
I didn't
that.
even see that till just now, which is totally fine.
Yeah. So I'm going to leap on the first one that I think got the most traction. Let's see. Where was it? Where did Thomas say this? He said, "Oh, got dick stuck in fan." Thoughts?
I don't even know what that means.
Neither did I, and it had about a 3 minute like type-a-thon between the two of us of just bullshit. So let's get a real subject matter. I thought that was a good one, but
I mean, my first initial thought is, what were you doing that close to a fan with that part of your body? I don't. That
yeah,
doesn't seem like a good decision making thing. But again, I'm not here to judge anybody. But
no,
that doesn't seem like a good decision.
no, it I guess it depends what you're into. I don't know. But he
Yeah,
didn't
I guess.
elaborate very much on it. So
All
will
right.
I've got favorite quotes or sayings because I'm very interested what yours was, and I'll go with mine real quick because it's very easy from Buckaroo Banzai in the say 1980s. No matter where you go, there you are. Simple as that. But Sean,
Very
you've
simple.
got a lot of really interesting sayings that you say. What is your most standout favorite saying? Honestly.
Probably the one that the most amount of people hate to hear me say, which is, "You deserve the life you tolerate." I deal with people every day. They come up to me and they say things like they're dealing with different things that are going on in their life, and I'm at home and I'm dealing. My wife is miserable. I hate this. I hate that. I hate my job. And I always say to people, well, you deserve the life you tolerate. If you tolerate those things and you
Wow.
don't make any changes for them, then that's the life you deserve. And unfortunately, people hate hearing that. Like, it drives them nuts. Sometimes I get a visceral reaction out of people, and they're like, "You don't fucking know me," and I'm like, "Yeah, you're right. I don't know you.
Wow, that's
You're just
really
telling
good
me."
though. That's
Right?
I mean, yeah, how else I mean, okay. How else can you I mean
Yeah.
that's yeah, all right, fair enough. All right. That's really good. That's damn, okay. Where did you hear that? Where is that from? Or did you just make that up?
So many, many, many years ago, so when I was in the military, when I was 17 years old, there was a situation that had happened, and everybody was kind of really upset with the way it was. Just a very unfair thing. Everybody was going through this obstacle course, and it was just very unfair the way they were kind of, I don't know, grading it, judging it, whatever. And one of the guys came away from it. One of the guys who was in my unit at the time, and he's like, "Well, we I guess we fucking deserve that because nobody did anything about it." And it kind of just stuck with me, and I kind of made a play on that. And I was like, "Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess you do deserve the life you tolerate. Like, if we're gonna tolerate that kind of shit, like, we all knew it was the wrong thing, but nobody said anything because, again, it was military. Military was a lot different back then too than
Damn.
it is now. They could hurt your feelings back then, and they could hurt you. Um, so that's kind of where it came from, and then I really just built off of that. And a lot of times I'll deal with it. And family members is the big one. They'll come to me and they'll be like, "Oh, this and that is going on," and I'm just like, "Well, what have you done to change it?" And they'll be like, "Well, nothing." And then I hit them with it, and then
Yeah.
the idea of it being such a shock and awe statement, I like, because I want it to prompt change in people, right? I want to just say it so, like, you need to make changes, and if you don't make changes, well, fucking, you deserve it.
Sean, we
So
just
that's
brought
just
that
all there is to it.
totally full circle to a conversation we had a couple of days ago. Shock and awe, bro. Shock and awe.
Shock and awe. That's
Yeah,
it.
it is. That is it. Duncan, any thoughts on either of those? And do you have a saying that you like?
I mean, first of all,
Mm.
are you guys were joking, right? That you didn't know the dick stuck in fan thing.
No, what's that? Is that a thing? I mean, wait, did Thomas actually get his dick stuck in the fan? Oh, this is gold. No, what is it? Is it a thing? Is this
No,
an
I'm
internet
guessing
meme?
that's not where he's headed with this.
Is this
It's
a
a
porn
meme,
that I haven't
right?
seen? A meme? Okay.
It's a meme. Like you get a set of instructions, but they're so bad that you leave a review saying instructions no good, dick stuck in fan.
Okay. Fair enough.
It's
That makes a
it's an
lot more
internet
sense.
joke.
Okay.
Okay, that makes a lot
All
more
right.
sense.
I guess
I
that
guess me and Thomas are more, terminally online than
both
you
of
two.
you are at the very least 10 years younger than both of us, I think. You guys are 20 years younger than me. I forget. Sean, how old are you?
Are you 51?
41.
41. Oh, no, so we're only 2 years apart. Okay, that's right. I always picture you
2
cuz
years? Excuse me?
40 fuck you, I'm 43.
Yeah,
They
that's 12.
they do this all the time. Yeah. But Sean, you
You're
don't
old.
look my age. Sean, you look significantly younger than me. Like you're in way better shape and your hair is not gray like
Can
mine.
I guess?
No, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, if you're going by, I guess, a very small criteria, sure.
Yeah, that's fair. What guess, Duncan? What was that?
39.
Oh, he said how old he is. You missed it.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
My bad.
I'm doing pretty good according to Duncan's
Yep.
assertions.
That's pretty
Here,
good.
so we'll take it.
I was gonna say 38. So like yeah, but that's like yeah. Well, but also you can still like do things like jog because I know you do that. I can't do that anymore.
Listen, I still play everything, man.
Yeah.
I'm full tilt in everything. I'm still in a football league. I'm still play basketball recreationally. So
Yeah,
we're good.
no way. Hey, yeah, you were saying you're doing jujitsu and stuff. I would get
Yeah.
pretzeled and broken very quickly. I don't think my martial arts anymore could stand up to anything more than a 12-year-old. um, but yeah, okay. So now we have an explanation to the dick stuck in fan and all that.